So it is Monday night. Where the real ones at? If you're rewatching this, just jump forward a couple minutes. We'll get going. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some coffee. Welcome in, welcome in. So, what's up, Wild Bill? How you doing tonight? This lovely evening. You can do, as long as you're not going to be right here in front of the camera, you can do what you need to do. Or not. Okay. All right. So we are live. It's Monday night. Where the real ones at? That's what we're going to talk about. YouTube. It's a funny place. I'm doing pretty good, Wild Bill. Glad to hear you're doing all right as well. I'm hanging in there, still doing the sobriety thing.
Are you live?
Mm-hmm.
I can't find your live.
I'm right here live.
Alright, that was after your question. But how about your live?
Give me just a second, YouTube.
Get back now.
Sorry about the interruption, guys. Yeah.
You doing that?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. See, we got a few more in here. That is good. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, Wild Bill. Yeah, it took a little pause just because, I wasn't really getting the numbers with the videos and stuff. But, the thing is, this is therapeutic for me as well. So I figure, it's not necessarily about that. Like I work my full-time job. Close that door, please. Bella. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, but this is good for me too mentally. So I'm gonna do my best. At one point I was doing like 3-4 lives a week. I'm gonna do my best to do at least one on the weekend and drop a few videos during the week. If hopefully it helps somebody. Dealing with addiction is incredibly difficult, as anybody that's dealt with addiction knows. It's people say, "Oh, just quit." If only it were that easy. But I think when you're ready, and hopefully I can guide a few people in the right direction to find the help they need to do it. So that's kind of where I'm at. Had some car issues a few weeks back. Was borrowing a vehicle to go to work. My daughter and son-in-law's vehicle. Hey, what's up, Kobe? How you doing? Um, So I had to go get a vehicle, which I've mentioned in previous lives now. Taking on a payment and stuff. So looking for other side hustles, not necessarily the YouTube thing, but like my daughter does Amazon Flex, so I'm going to help her out from time to time with that, make a few bucks, just to make sure that, you know, financially we're good and able to pay for the car, you know? So it's not, you know, anything super fancy. It's a Toyota Camry. You know, it's about 10 years old. So, but we like it. So, you know, that's what's important, I guess. Payment isn't too bad. It's doable, you know? So I hope you're doing well, though, Kobe. Glad to see you in here again. So I used to consume a lot of YouTube videos, especially like in the prison genre. And I've kind of backed away from that. You know, just watching so much of that stuff, like, and half of the people are fake, in my opinion. You know, um, I'm not saying that I'm any better than anybody else or anything of that sort, but not everybody was a shot caller. You know what I mean? Not everybody was running around stabbing everybody and got paroled. You know what I mean? Like prison's a crazy place. And, people got some cool stories, but, some people, a lot of them actually, are just over the top, Kobe says, doing good, trying to get in tune with nature and have a good year and live by the word so I can make it to the land with the golden streets. Man, I hear that, bro. I hear that. And that's something I've been working on my spirituality a little bit more recently. Talking to the man upstairs and, just working on that. I'm not getting any younger here, and, it's time to just live the best life I can, Slow down on the gym a little bit as well, but I'm still going. I still get in there probably 4 nights a week. Do a little lifting, a little cardio. Feels good. So that's kind of what I've had going on lately. Life happening on life's terms, So I had my Toyota Corolla for a long time, and that was a great car. I really enjoyed it, but this Camry is like on the next level. So, it's 7 or 8 years newer than the Corolla was. That Corolla, just great gas mileage, super reliable, But that's why I bought another Toyota. So, and all of a sudden I'm noticing like every other car on the road's a Camry. It's crazy. There's so many of them on the road. But yeah, the YouTube thing, who are the real ones, right? I don't know. I think a lot of people have agendas, and they claim they're helping the kids, and I do this for the kids, but I think if the checks stop coming in, would you still be so much about the kids? I don't know. I'm gonna grab a what's up, Ezekiel? We missed you last night. I was on last night as well. How you doing, bro? You good? So we're taking it outside for a minute. It's time for a smoke break. I've been clearing brush here on my grandma's land in Kentucky. It's a full workout every day. My grandpa has an old welding shop. I'm turning into a family bar, hangout spot, and place to play guitar. That's cool, bro. That's good stuff, Good stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Nitro Bob, what is up, bro? Hope you're doing well. Decided to go ahead and hop back on again tonight. doing it a little earlier than I had been doing it. Just I'm still working nights and stuff, but oh, that's good. Sounds like things are going well, huh, Ezekiel? Glad to hear it, brother. Mr. Monk, how are you? Hey, I did the video you requested last night. I think it's gonna drop Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. That's jail food versus prison food, and I kind of went into depth on that, and so be sure to be on the lookout for that one. Probably just serve Pepsi and water because my brothers can get out of hand. I hear you, Gobi. I hear you. That's the way my family is as well. Well, it sounds like some good bacon, huh? Yeah, so I dropped the video yesterday on the company that we keep. And so check that out too.
I'll be back.
Okay, baby.
Okay? You too good for this work for your fucking life?
You want to be on live too?
Don't you put me on live.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay. All right, baby. Love you.
All right, be careful. So, yeah, I did that. So, I dropped yesterday's video on the company that we keep and some experiences I had with people that co-sign your bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, the company you keep is so important. She's already gone, Ezekiel. But so I did that one, and then I did another one on jail food versus prison food, and some kind of put my twist on that, and so be on the lookout for that one as well. And then there was a third one, and I'm drawing a blank on what the third one is. It'll come to me here in a few minutes, I'm sure. And that one should be out on Friday. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to record some content on the weekends. That way, I have some stuff dropping during the week and can work on getting my subs up. We're around 2,700. Why not take it to 27,000? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying, there's a lot of very charismatic people out there that can tell a great story. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you this much, though. When I was doing time, some people would tell some stories that you just knew weren't theirs. Maybe one of their big homeboys or someone would tell them a story, and they're reiterating the story as their own type of thing. And I think there's a lot of that happens on YouTube. I mean, I don't know if that works for them and they can make a few bucks on it. Good for them, But I've pretty much spent my whole life, even still today, around some very real people. And, it's not hard to see bullshit, like a bedtime story. Yeah, kind of. So, some of these guys, I watch them. And the thing is, to be honest with you, if you listen to somebody long enough, they're going to tell you who they are. Maybe not directly. With a name like Dingleberry, are you really saying suck it? You're a friggin' Dingleberry. Fuck out of here. But, a couple of people that I do watch on YouTube and I do take seriously. I like, look at Ezekiel on the job. My guy. Good stuff. A couple of people I do fuck with on YouTube. I like Splinter, Prison POV. What's up, Alberto? How you doing tonight, brother? I'm doing well. Hope you are also. So, Splinter Prison POV, I enjoy his stories. He's a very good storyteller, but he's a real one, you know. And I'm not like doing this to like be on anybody's nuts or anything like that. What's your question, brother? But you know, to recognize what's real, you know. Uh, there's a channel called Solid Behind Blue Eyes. It's Pelican Bay Hunger Strikes guy. He was one of the guys in the short corridor, and him and his wife have a channel, and it's a good channel. You know, if you want to hear some real shit, check him out. Check them out. Um, I like watching Blood on the Razor Wire, Chad Marks. He talks about the feds. He did like 15 in the feds, and he's a really good interviewer. Really good interviewer, and you don't pull no punches on that channel. He talks about some shit I don't choose to talk about on my channel. So yeah, what's your question, Alberto? I'm doing well. Hope you are also. So Blood on the Razor Wire. You know, he talks about the feds and all the different gangs in the feds and mentions them by name and whatnot. Not something I would do, but you know, that's his lane, and he's doing a real good job on there. Like he's a really good interviewer, you know. So you got him. When I like to know the legal aspect of it all, right? Exactly, Ezekiel. When it comes to the legal stuff, I actually enjoy the homie hangout. Rascal over there, Josh. Now I know Splinter and him had some beef a while back, but you know that's pretty much their issue, you know. So you're all right, Dingleberry. You're all right. Just keep it PG, all right? Okay. Watch out, Ezekiel's on the job here. So yeah, like Josh, he's really good with the legal aspects of things. So is Chad, for that matter. You know, so I enjoy watching their stuff because they're really good at breaking it down and explaining how the legal aspects work. Like when Wes Watson got busted. I'm doing all right, Dingleberry. I hope you're good as well. He was breaking down like maximum exposure. Maximum exposure basically is how long you could possibly do. Like when I caught my first case back in the 90s, they originally charged me with assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a stolen firearm, and several other things. And the first time I went to court, they were like, yeah, your maximum exposure is like 12 years and 8 months or something. And you typically, thanks, baby. Sexy Latina says like and subscribe. Yeah, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and definitely hit that like button, guys. I appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel and, you know, help some people, basically. Help people find sobriety. Because honestly, that's what it's all about. We talk about different topics on here, but ultimately, that's what it is. Anyway, so yeah. So you got those different channels. Then there's some other channels. I'm not really going to get into who they are. But, you know, everybody was a fucking superhero. Yeah, tread easy right there, Dingleberry. That's the wifey. You say anything stupid, you're going to get booted. So, there you go. Broken king, Bobby? Nah, I'm not a king by any means. But, yeah, there's a bunch of channels out there. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about who they are. Who, you know, they talk about the GP life. Hold on a minute. Let me, gotta go, buddy. So, that's right, baby. Man, I'm just chilling. Nitro Bob. Got up early, had to take the son to the dentist. He's got to have some, what are those called? I can't remember. The teeth in the back. So he's got one growing in sideways, so they got to get it removed. It's going to get done in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, so we went and did that. He's got really good teeth, actually, so that's a good thing, you know. The draft was cool. What do you think about it, Ezekiel? You're a Bengal guy, right? Wisdom teeth. Yeah, the wisdom tooth. The wisdom teeth are growing in sideways, so they're gonna go in and take care of that in a couple of weeks, which is good. You know, he's got really good teeth, so I want to make sure that he keeps really good teeth. You know, no cavities, nothing, everything. The dentist actually thought that he had braces when he was younger, but he didn't. You know. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on your team as well, Ezekiel. I think you guys did a pretty good job in the draft. There was a couple of picks that we got that I thought were a little questionable, but, you know, I'm not an NFL coach or a general manager, so I got to trust the process and hope that these guys are making the right decisions, you know? Yeah, they do, Nitro Bob. Yeah, he's been having some pain. So he's going to go in and get them done. Yeah, so that's really all I did today. I didn't do too much, but what's your question on football, Monk? I'll do my best to answer it. Got mine pulled last. Oh, did you, Nitro Bob? Okay. How do you play it? Man, my son played football. I did not. I played basketball and baseball growing up. So, not exactly an expert on it. I do enjoy watching my 49ers play, but, you know, what the hell are you talking about, Alberto? You just been on some random shit the whole time. Chicken? What? Chicken? Banana. My granddaughters be watching that stuff on TikTok. Actually, it's amusing. Chicken is good, yes. I enjoy it. Some good old pollo. I enjoy it. So, but yeah, that was kind of the day to day. You know, my son, we had his birthday a couple of weeks ago. We got him a PS5, and he's been stuck on that college football, right? He's been on that college football game. He's really enjoying that one, so that's cool. Hockey, I enjoy watching hockey. I don't really watch it much, but I like to see him fight. My wife likes hockey too. Tecmo Super Bowl, oh my God, you're taking me back 35 years or 40 years ago. Jesus Christ. Feeling pretty old. Yeah, that was a cool game. Definitely. So, oh, you know what? The third video, I just remembered what the third video was. The third video is step 9. Step 9 in my 12 steps to recovery. And that's going to be a really good video, I think. So when it does come out, I think that one's coming Wednesday. I got them all set up already to drop during the week. And, yeah, step 9, really important. Man, didn't we all, Monk? He says, I rented it from the video store and never returned it, right? Damn. Step 9, though, is making amends to the people that we hurt. And, oh, man, you quit Quick on the words there. He says, I guess I owe Blockbuster a ninth step. Making amends, except in cases where it may injure you or others. I like that one. That's a good one, you know? Because you got to let go of all the shit, the grudges, all that stuff. And for me, it was like making a decision. Am I going to make amends with somebody or am I going to cut them out of my life? And if they they could come back into business with all that money, Ezekiel. But yeah, you know, like you when you're doing that ninth step, it's like, you know, I cut a lot of people, including family, out of my life because they were still active in their addictions and their alcoholism and such. Man, the interest alone, man, that's like student debt or something, huh? Like a student loan, they're gonna take $200 a week from your check for the rest of your life, bro. That's funny. That's good stuff. But yeah, that ninth step, it's definitely one of the big ones in my opinion. So, you know, be sure to be on the lookout for that one as well, and definitely share that stuff. Like I said, it may help somebody in their journey of recovery. And ultimately, that's what it's all about, you know? So, ninth step in knocking on doors in Muscovy, apologizing for burn. Oh my God, yeah, that's except where it may injure others. That's an injury waiting to happen right there, isn't it? Jesus. Man, that was my stomping grounds for a while out there in Muscovy. Seen a lot of shit happen out there. And what was part of a lot of shit that happened out there. That's what it says, Ezekiel. That's what it says. Yeah, I don't know. We need to put a couple of zeros behind that. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, I don't got your money on the 8-ball, but I got the big book of A. Right? No doubt, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, when I got clean, there were a few people I owed and a lot of people that owed me. And I mean, I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars that was owed to me. And that was one of those tough decisions I had to make, because if I go to collect the money that was owed to me, then it opens up those doors for relationships to continue. And, you know, so no making amends, no nothing with those type of people. Like it was tough, to be honest with you, because all these people that are in your life, you know, they're a part of your life and they're a part of your chaos and your atmosphere, if you will. And all of a sudden, 49ers and Warriors. That's right, Sammy J. V. What's up, brother? How you doing? Pretty good draft, I think. Hey, what's up? You can't silence me. How you doing, brother? I remember we had talked a couple of weeks ago. Were you able to find a meeting and get some assistance with that, brother? Or what's the update? I hope you're doing well. Okay, well that's a good first step there, you know? Definitely. I mean, sometimes, you know, you can't build Rome in a day. But as long as you're taking steps in the right direction, you know, if you go to a meeting, they'll tell you, oh, no, you don't, you know, you got to quit. You got to just stop. But sometimes, you know, you have to do it on your terms. So, but I'm glad to hear that, bro. And glad to see you in the chat for sure. So who are some of the YouTubers you guys follow? Let's talk about it. Talking about are there real ones? So I went 2 days without, but withdrawals are too bad. No, I hear you. And like I had said before, sometimes you need to go to a detox because, those delirium tremors, the DTs, like people have died from that. It gets so bad. Like I had an uncle, he was seeing flying squirrels, and we used to clown his ass hard about that. But now, as I grew up and matured and had a better understanding of how this stuff works, like that could be a real thing. Like, I'm drawing a blank on the words. Hallucinations, all that stuff, Yeah. And it does happen. You can't silence me. It's a very real thing, So, in order to completely cut it, like I said, you're probably going to have to find a detox or something that'll take you in and be under medical supervision for a week or so. Flying squirrels is what he said. Now he was, let me be clear. He was doing the alcohol, but he was also using meth as well. So you get hallucinations from meth as well. I remember one time I was living in Long Beach, and I had been up for a couple days. And, of course, I was peeking out the window. I lived upstairs in an apartment. And, I'm looking down onto the street where my car is. It was a little white Subaru. Little basic thing. Great car, though. I loved it. And I swore to myself somebody was sitting in the driver's seat. I thought somebody was trying to steal my shit. So, I got the pew pew, and I ran downstairs to try to catch this alleged car thief that was trying to steal my shit. And I drew down on my car, and it was a seatbelt that I was seeing from upstairs that just looked like somebody was sitting in that driver's seat. And I felt so stupid. But, that's the reality of drug addiction, like these kind of things happen. So. Okay, you can't silence me, says. Yeah, and that's what we thought, Ezekiel, that he was losing his mind. You can't silence me, says, my legs are still swollen a bit, but start working tomorrow, so maybe I'll try to skip a day either other day until I do have the shakes no more, then stop altogether. Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan. And you know what? I would say you can't silence me. If you don't want to go do the meetings, go on Amazon. Buy yourself a big book of AA. Of AA. Probably it's $20 or less. And I would say start reading it, and like it's like the Bible for recovery, basically. Like if you haven't read it before, it's very helpful, So that's what I would suggest. And then maybe by reading that book, maybe that will inspire you to go to a meeting, So, oh, okay, great. That's awesome. You can't silence me. Yeah, that's awesome. And just, make contacts there with people is what I would suggest, because like I dropped that video this morning about the company you keep, right? And make those contacts, because the video that I dropped was about the company that you keep. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And if you're around people that are living that sober life and doing that sober thing, then they're going to encourage you to do the same. Just like if your company is drinking all the time and stuff, then they're not gonna even bat an eye if you go on a bender. You know what I mean? Because that's what they do. So, what is Alberto talking about now? I can't take anything Alberto says seriously because he keeps saying random shit. So, if that's the case, Alberto, your doctor did tell you that. I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know if you're being real or not, or if you're just seeking attention. So, I'm gonna just keep moving from that one. But yeah, that's a terrible thing if that's true. So. So, what are some of the other channels you guys watch on YouTube? I'm curious, so that because I'm looking for some new stuff to watch. I used to really be heavy into the prison genre, but like I said, the thing is, there's a lot of really fake individuals on there. I'm not saying that at one time they didn't go to prison or something, but if you were a level 2, then just say you were level 2. Not everybody went to the SHU program. Not everybody was on a level 4 180. Not everybody was, getting shot at in riots and shit like that. Like, just keep it real. Maybe they do that because it gets more views, but, and if you're a dropout, just say you're a dropout. No. Hold on a minute, guys. My dog is out.